Okay, I've indicated that everyone, 15 of you, are in attendance. And let's begin today's required virtual meeting. This is our week 4 required virtual meeting. The way this is going to work, if this is your first web conference, I will be primarily giving instruction via audio. I will also give some instruction via text that mirrors my audio. So please use your audio in conjunction with the chat box. If you have a specific question at any time during our 30-minute required meeting, please type your comment or concern into the text box. Okay? So now that the audio check is complete, let's continue along with our agenda. You should be able to see our agenda at the top of the chat box. You may have to scroll back in to see that. Today's conference will consist of number 2. We've already done the audio check, so number 2. Okay, you'll see specific directions in that chat box, which include using a headset. Okay? Okay, I noticed that a couple of you were getting feedback from your microphones. So what I've gone and done is I've muted everyone except for myself. You should be able to hear me, but not the audio or feedback from any of the other students. So let's talk now about how do you find out who is in your group? That's number 2 on today's web conference agenda. From there, we'll move on to item 3, 4, and 5. So how do you locate where your partners are for your group? Let's start there. Okay, number 2, who is in your group? Please follow along with my audio instructions. I've also given you text instructions. Start by going to our course homepage. Click on People, and then View User Groups. When you click on View User Groups, you should see a project group. In the text, I've indicated mapping project group, but you should find a hazard project group. So when you see the hazard group, you simply look for your name and look to see which specific group you have been given. You will usually say hazard group and then a number. Now you know who you've been paired with to work on the upcoming week 4 project. Any questions or clarifications about how to find your group member? I see there's a question from Chan Mi. How do I find my group member? You simply follow the directions in the text directly above your question in the chat box. Let's click on People, View User Groups, then find your Hazard Project group. It's a group of 2. Yes, Armando and Lucas both have the same clarifying question. You are only working in a group of 2. To clarify, in week 4, you will be working in a group of 2. Next week, which is week 5, you will then be working in a group of 4 to 5. I hope that clarifies. Chanmi, it sounds like your audio is breaking up. Please read the red text above for directions on how to find your group members. Any other questions about group members? Okay, so let's move on. Seeing no further questions, let's move on to the next item on our agenda, which is item 3. What do you have to do in this project? I've given you text instructions, including, first of all, please go to Module 4. Once you're in Module 4, you should click on the project instructions. So essentially, starting from the home page, you'll click on Modules. That's the button on the left-hand side. You'll scroll down like you do every week to find the appropriate module of interest. And please scroll down until you reach the Week 4 module. And once you're there, you'll want to click on the Team Geography Hazard Project Instructions. The Team Geography Hazard Project Instructions is really your roadmap for this 30-point team project. Essentially, you will work in teams of 2 to create a public service announcement project. This project will consist of 2 main parts. Essentially, you'll be creating a poster and you'll be creating a video, a public service announcement video. For some of you, this may be your first time ever working in a team. So in Canvas, your group has the ability to work and have a private discussion board between the 2 of you. You have the option of doing web conferences between the 2 of you, sharing files, and using a number of different collaborative tools. You'll notice that the draft of your project is due Thursday at 12 noon. The final is due the following Monday at 12 noon. You'll notice that there are clear instructions, bullet pointed 1 through 5, outlining what your team will do. I'd like to briefly run through those now. So I'm in the project instructions. In teams of 2, the first thing you will do is bullet point number 1, attend this meeting. Now, if your partner isn't in this meeting right now, they might be attending the meeting tonight at 8 p.m. Item 2, your team is going to create a group contract where you outline who has to do what and when it's due. I know that for some of you, working in teams may cause you great stress. The contract will help alleviate any stress by clearly outlining what is due and who is required to do it. Item 3, your team should choose a physical geography hazard of interest. If you're not sure what a hazard is or what some ideas are, you can scroll to the bottom of this area. You're going to complete and sign up for your topic by clicking the given link in the instructions. Are there any questions so far about the team hazard project instructions, items 1 through 3 that I've described and that we've gone through? Chanmi's question is, you can choose from any topics on the list? Absolutely. Or if there's a topic that's not on the list, you can add it. Susan's question is, how do you contact your partners? Well, you can definitely contact them privately by the tools in Canvas. There's a little tutorial on how to use those tools in the week 4 module. Or you can just text them or call each other via your phone, whatever's most convenient for you. So I'm going to continue through the hazard instructions. If you take a look at item number 4, it tells you a little bit about the poster. Essentially, you're going to create an original poster where you are using original images and you're applying course content to tell the public about your physical geography hazard. Maybe it's earthquakes, and you have an image and the slogan and information about where to seek help. I've given you examples further down in the instructions. Item 5. Your team is going to create a 30-second to a minute video. Now, when you submit your video, I don't want the whole video file. I only want the URL, which means you're going to host your video on a free site like YouTube or Vimeo. If you're concerned about having professional equipment, don't be. You can shoot a video from a friend's camera phone or the camera on your laptop, for example. It doesn't have to be professional. Finally, item number 6. Some of you might be concerned about working in teams. What if you're stuck with someone who's a total slacker? Well, a certain percentage of your grade is based upon your teamwork and collaboration skills. So at the end of the project, each of you has to assess your peers' collaboration and teamwork skills on a scale of 0 to 5.